Alright, look at this chart. It's just going up, down, and honestly, it looks like kinda crazy, right? The thing is, every price chart in the world, whether it's a stock, Bitcoin, oil, even avocados if they were tradable, looks like this. Always moving, always changing. And it's all because of one thing: people buying and selling. Each one of these jumps, that's someone making a decision. A trader buying because they think it'll go up, or selling because they're scared it'll go down. And if you try to read this as a beginner, it's super hard to understand. It changes direction all the time, there's no clear pattern, it just feels like a mess. But what if there was a way to take this crazy chart and make it smoother? Something that doesn't freak out every time the price ticks up or down? Well, that's exactly what this line is. It's called a moving average, and it's calculated using the real prices, but in a way that makes the whole thing so much easier to read. And that's what this video is all about: the science, the logic, and the magic behind the moving average. Before we move on, and if you are wondering how I personally trade, like the exact strategy I use, I actually reveal it all in my course. It's not just any strategy. This is something I've built and refined over 7 years. Through trial, error, a lot of mistakes, and a lot of learning. It's the same strategy I use today when I trade. And if you are interested, you can check out the first chapter completely free. No email, no personal information, no catch. Just click the link in the description below and start watching. I made it simple and straight to the point so anybody can use it. Now, let's go back to our video. In 1913, with the World War I, the different markets was moving like crazy. A trader by the name of J.M. Hurst looked at those markets and he didn't just see chaos. Sure, the prices was going up and down all over the place, but he noticed something interesting. He realized that even though the price was constantly jumping around, it wasn't really moving that much. It was mostly staying in the same zone, bouncing, reacting, faking people out, but always kinda orbiting the same path. And that's when it hit him. The real story isn't in the little movements, it's in the big picture. You just have to zoom out a bit and suddenly it all makes more sense. So he started thinking, what if I could draw a line that ignores all the little ups and downs and just focuses on the overall direction? Something cleaner, smoother. A line that actually tells you what's really going on. He kept searching, looking for inspiration, and eventually he found something fascinating. A method used by Japanese rice traders all the way back in 1700s. These guys had already been smoothing prices to spot market trends, centuries before modern computers even existed. These ancient traders used a basic form of averaging to track how rice prices were moving. Not tick by tick, but over time. They didn't care about every little wiggle, they cared about where it was heading. And that idea stuck with Hurst. He started building on it. He mixed it with his own work on market cycles, price behavior, and time-based analysis. And eventually he came up with a method to smooth out price data to filter out the noise. That method became the foundation for what we now call the moving average. Just simple, elegant, powerful. Or a line that doesn't freak out when the market twitches, but calmly follows the trend. And since then, traders have taken that concept and evolved it, creating all kinds of moving averages. Simple ones, exponential ones, weighted ones. But all based on that same core idea: cut the noise, follow the trend. Alright, let's take a step back for a second. This chart right here, it's not a price chart. It's actually showing all the trading strategies used today by traders around the world, the entire landscape. And you see this big 80% slice? That's strategies that rely on indicators, and nearly every single one of those indicators uses a moving average somewhere in the background. Even when it doesn't look like it, it's there, hidden in the formulas, quietly doing its job. smoothing, averaging, making sense of all that price noise. Then you've got this smaller slice, about 16%. These are the purists, the price action traders. No indicators, just raw market movement, support and resistance, and maybe a bit of psychology. And this last 4%, that's, well, everything else, the weird stuff. Boats, algos, astrology, who knows. But here's the thing. Whether it's MACD, Bollinger Bands, RSI, or any other fancy tool, most of them have one thing in common. They are built on the back of a moving average. Some people don't even realize it. They are using these tools every day and they don't know that at the core of it, it's just a moving average doing its thing. And that's kind of beautiful, right? One simple concept used in different ways by millions of traders. It's like the backbone of modern trading. Now, I gotta say it, I'm not a fan of using 6, 7, 8 indicators all at once. That's like trying to hear your favorite song while 10 radios are blasting different music. I like it clean, minimal, just enough to help you see clearly. For me, less is more. 3, maybe 4 tools that complement each other, that's usually all you need. At the end of the day, it's not about having the most indicators, it's about having the right ones and knowing how to actually read them. Alright, now let's talk about how you can use a moving average right now from your laptop or even your phone. You see, all the major trading platforms, whether you are on tradingview.com, Binance, MetaTrader, IQ Option, pretty much all of them. They come with moving averages built in. You don't have to pay for it, you don't need to download anything weird, it's just there. So let's use the most popular one, tradingview.com. First, I'm gonna pull up the EURUSD chart, super common. You can use the Bitcoin chart, oil chart, gold chart, or any chart you want. Now, all you gotta do is click here on indicators and type in moving average. You'll see a bunch of options. Moving average simple, exponential, weighted. There's few different types and we'll talk about the differences in a bit. But for now, let's keep it simple. Let's click on this one, moving average simple or SMA. And boom, there it is. This smooth little line, that's your moving average. It's reading all the past price data, averaging it out and helping you see the bigger picture. If you want to adjust how it works, you just click here and change the settings. For example, the length. This controls how many candles it looks at to calculate the average. Set it to 50, 100, 200, whatever fits your style. And that's really it. Same thing applies on Binance, MetaTrader or IQ Option. It's all the same process. Open the chart, click on indicators, search for moving average and drop it onto your screen. You start to notice it's literally everywhere because it works and because it helps. So yeah, that's the magic behind the moving average. So if you found this video helpful, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment or subscribe if you want more content like this.